Okay, so this is some of the things that I do when I go into a big sketch or I haven't done a sketch for a while, and that is, of course, doing some warm-up sketches. They're great exercises to have to warm up your hand when you're practicing to do something, or to get a better rhythm, or just to even get your shapes in a better way and looking. And these are just some of the ways that I do it. I usually do it if I haven't done sketching in a long time, sort of like, you leave it for a couple of weeks, a few days even. Or the other time I do it is usually when I'm doing a video like this and I want to make sure my lines are a bit better. And the one thing I do is I don't actually worry about erasing anything. I want to keep my lines sort of rough and sketch, and because it's all about trying to get your lines to as best of the ability as you can. So as you can see here, what I'm doing here is a line of circles. I should probably do them a little bit darker. I'm not sure how well you can see them, but I'm just trying to go over it, as you can see, one by one. There we go, it's going to be a little bit better. And I'm just going one sort of continuous stroke, and it's to try and get, what my aim is to try and get sort of like a perfect circle every time, or near enough to a perfect circle every time. And this is just training, of course, as you can tell by your circles. And another thing you can do is lines. So one thing to keep your lines smooth, straightness, just things like that. So you can see that just by doing vertical and horizontal lines, you're just trying to do things like spacing, you're trying to get like gaps, trying to get them as straight as you possibly can, and all about like using your arms. So you can do things like little squiggles throughout them, triangles maybe. It's all just whatever you sort of want to. This is sort of like my go-to thing, is I always like to start off with some circles, because that's one of the things, especially since I want to do more characters and that sort of thing, is that you always want to draw the heads and stuff like that. But also don't neglect things like lines, because you never know when you're going to be doing something like cross-hatching or shading, or you've got to do a lot of lines overall when you're drawing anyway. So like I'm doing here, this time I'm just practicing some quick strokes and trying to get them all not to overlap each other, doing different sizes, sort of keeping them in sort of like a rough shape. So there's a lot you can do in that sort of way, and it's just to think about it as you're doing. Well, not so much think about it, you're sort of more trying to get the actual muscle memory down than you are trying to worry about thinking too hard. And this is sort of like a good way to do it. And sure, it may look come out even looking like its own sort of artwork in a way, but it's all just for practice for yourself. So you can see here that my circles are actually even getting just a little bit better just by doing that itself as I'm going along. But of course you don't want to neglect other things like shapes. So I also want to practice squares, and of course that's just more and more lines that are vertical and horizontal. So that's nice and easy. You've got triangles, because especially when you're doing like character drawing and stuff like that, you're going to be using all these shapes anyway. But another one I want to do is also like 3D shapes. So like how I've shown you in some of my past videos, I've done 1-point perspective, and just showing you how you can build anything out of shape. So it's always good to keep in your head how easily you can draw different types of shapes. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I come in, draw just a whole bunch of different shapes so I can get myself more acquainted and warmed up for when I'm drawing. And like I said, I'm not even worrying about the eraser. I just want to get these sort of quick sketches nice and down. So I'm warming up my hand and I'm realizing what shapes are like, sort of things like that. There's another thing, of course, we've got cylinders. So you can see, so like that one there, a little bit wonky, because that's circles in a line. But your circle's more of an ellipse. So you can see here that I'm also trying to do it with minimal lines too, so it's also practicing sort of, instead of having that sort of really scratchy texture where you're not as confident, because it's also about building up that line confidence and really getting everything down, so you're more using one strokes at a time. Sure, it may not be perfect like that, but it's going to build up that confidence more and more until you become a lot better with your shapes, to the point where everything starts looking a little bit nicer, where you have more control and you feel that little bit more confidence, or you just feel ready to drawing different sort of shapes. So another one too is you want to practice your curves. So you can see here I'm just coming in, doing some S sort of shapes, so like S curves, C curves, just a whole bunch of different lines to try and get this out. Now I do this often, so like this here is where we had my last video where we did our sketch. So one of the things I did there is I did a warm-up and I did some of the lines, as you can see, beforehand, to work and improve on it, just so I could, because I knew I was going into doing the 2-minute drawing sort of challenge for me and doing that figure study. So I wanted to make sure that I had my lines sort of ready. I wasn't sort of going to be sketching around and trying to keep, you know, your very little lines on there where you're sort of going around like this to try and get a shape. You know, I want my things to be, you know, far more bolder than that. You know, you want to come in with a circle like that, so you've got that exact same shape there, but it took me, you know, 0.1 of a second compared to, you know, a whole second to trying to draw things like that. So then one of the other things that I'm actually going to probably start doing when I'm doing my little warm-up sketches like this is I don't always do a full page. You know, sometimes it only needs to be the very top of a page. Like, you don't have to do more than a line or two. Once you've got, you know, you're like, oh, I feel comfortable with my circles now. Like those top few there are actually really good, surprisingly, myself. But one of the things, like I said, I want to do is that I want to try and work on just drawing just sort of like a basic head as well, or just like a basic form of a shape. So see, so I've got someone sort of like side of the head there. You know, it's not of course correct proportions or anything, but it's more so to get that shape down than it is to worry so much about it, because that's of course where, you know, reference and stuff comes in, and just adding things like that can really help get you out. So I'm trying to focus on getting that in there. So like, again, it's not perfect, but it's a, like, of course I'm a little bit new to drawing figure drawings and sketches, especially in such a quick time frame. So I want to try and get that down. So of course this is a new beginning for me. This is going to be something I'm going to sort of like add on to my drawings. As well as that, sort of maybe one of the other things I could do is sort of 3Dify a lot of the shapes. Like maybe I could come up with something like a circle here, a triangle here, and another circle here, and maybe I try to make them all some sort of shape. Like maybe I go down here, connect up to this, and make this a cylinder, like so. It's going this way, so you can see it, and then that way you've got shapes that are all sort of interacting with each other. It's probably maybe a little bit too small, so you make this one here just a complete sphere by itself. That's always one thing harder is knowing what size, because I usually do sketch sort of a little bit smaller, and this book here is a A5 size sketchbook, so it's a little bit smaller. I've done this so it fits way better on camera for me, and it doesn't give me such a big open space to work with, but mostly it's all about the distance away I am from the camera. It sort of gives me a better focus, and it gives me more of the whole page on there rather than it sort of coming up to the outer sort of frame. But I do go back and forth between sort of A4, A5 picture, but this is, of course, this is a nice easy travel size book as well, so when I take it out, you know, I've got a nice thing that's easy to store away. A4 size, sort of a little bit bigger in that terms, and you really can sometimes struggle to find places to store the book when you're, you know, traveling around, or you're just going about your sort of day-to-day life. Whereas this, nice and easy, quick to pull out. You know, I can pull it out when I'm just sitting down on the couch watching some TV, when I'm lying down in bed. You know, I'm not too worried about what I'm doing with the book so much, because it's nice and small. It's really easy to grab it, so I can try and make it a little bit easier to access my artwork at any time is the idea I'm trying to go for, and see if that's helping me, because like I said in some of my previous videos, I spent a long time, or many years, where I'd only draw a little bit at a time, and it would really hamper me between when I'm doing my YouTube videos on my miniature painting, and I would never have time to sort of sit down and draw, even though I also love drawing just as much as I do my miniature painting, but just never having that time there. And one of the things that was actually helping me out doing that is by just switching to a nice smaller sketch pad to give it that little bit of time to be a little bit easier and quicker to access. So another thing I could do here, I just thought about that, just give everything sort of a interacting shape. So not really going crazy with anything, but just like we can see here, we can circle it, we can interact with it going in and out. This could be actually a good exercise for practicing here, but as you can see, because I'm just making it up on the fly, it's sort of a lot more sketchier than what I'm doing these things here. So maybe I go more around like that, and I try and come in really getting those a little bit more correct. And this here is just a nice, easy, cheap mechanical pencil. But you can see that it is slowly trying to boost my confidence in getting this. So I'm getting, as you can see, a little bit quicker with just even drawing these faces here. You know, they're rough sketches, but like that's the whole point, is I want them to be just quick, easy references, so I have them down all the time, and that way I can focus more on the things I want to focus on, was the more details and that, but the basic body structures and getting down those quick poses like I did in that quick posing video, is that I'll be able to get past this stage faster, and I'll be more onto like a stage like this. So I hope that's been helpful for you guys, giving you guys some insight into how I like to warm up on some of my drawings before I start a big drawing, before it even comes out on the video on YouTube. You see, sometimes I'll quickly draw down quick sketches like this, or just these quick warm-up exercises to get my circles down right, my lines feeling a little bit more better and confidence. I'm not so much scratching all over the place. I've got, you know, more confident circles and lines. Just really these quick things that can help me improve, because, you know, we're getting distances, we're getting shading, all that sort of thing. So I hope that's been helpful for you guys, and a quick, easy way that you can warm up for your drawings before you start your big projects, or if you just haven't drawn for a long time and you want to get back into it again, and you find yourself sort of not knowing where to start, just coming up with a page like this can even just give you some inspiration. Go, well, I got to the squares today, and oh, maybe actually I might draw something 3D, or do these circles today, and oh, I might just draw a scene with just heads or bubbles, just something like that. So I hope this has been helpful and giving you some ideas for when you're warming up to do your sketching and drawing. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.